The traditional view of governance as a mere compliance exercise is no longer sufficient. That's exactly why we are here today to discuss customer centricity as a strategic differentiator for governance. We can drive not just compliance, but also achieve genuine sustainable growth and long term trust. And we will have a dedicated question answer session after the main presentation by Dr. Rao is over.
So we will be talking on these are the four big areas on which we will be discussing. First is governance framework. That is, no, there are a lot of discussions. I think every one of us think that we know. Now, is customer service the customer centricity? There is a lot of confusion about that. So let's try to drill down what exactly. Customer centricity is a culture and strategy. It is not customer service because customer service is the end point of customer centricity policy of the organization. That you must have build the ecosystem products is the customer centricity. That is how I look at the customer's convenience and then I articulate the system. They come under that. But stakeholder centricity is a broader vision of depositors, customers, shareholders, employees, and regulators. You will definitely have customer centricity. If you have customer centricity, there will be customer service. But he is our stakeholder. If you don't have reinforcing pillars, then one will be working in the silos and the other will not be able to support each other. So it's very important for us. The proof of that is very, very clear. So a constant surveillance of customer service, constant surveillance of customer centricity is very, very essential. Are coming under customer centricity focus. That means I have to look at it. That is why we should be able to distinguish between what customer perceives and what bank. Institutional centricity. What is the characteristic of customer centricity? There are a lot of characteristics. Outcome orientation. Now, like we have recently rolled out what you call entirely digital branches, total digital branches. Now, if I open a branch in Nariman Point, of course, nowadays BKC has become more prominent than your Nariman Point. But I go to a very affluent area and open a branch there, exclusive personal banking branch, and I keep 50,000 as the minimum balance, should contribute to building trust in the organization. The institution's characteristic has changed. Products are same. Large language models and things like that. What we normally talk or podium talk on AI over a longer period of time in the life of an organization is not able to see what kind of in the easiest language, which is a vernacular language. So customer centricity is a design and delivery perspective has to be kept in mind to look at that. They lead to the risk for the organization. So operational risk is compliance risk, many things. Importance of customer centricity from the regulatory compliance angle and customer satisfaction. Recently, RBI has rolled out among many, but in the medium to long period, you are breaking not only the ethics of the organization, but you are conscious your moral right, moral principles. There is a lot of credit gap in the MSME sector. That is also one of the reasons why customer centricity is important. Then CASA is declining. Why CASA is declining? There are many reasons for that, but the most important reason for CASA is single unitary RBI ombudsman's scheme, centralized ombudsman scheme. So the number of customers. Now, if your internal ombudsman is very efficient, Customers can have grievance. There is no absolutely any problem. So you customer centricity gaps reflect on the customer service at the branch. Inculcating a culture of customer centricity, but invest that time. That there is a conflict of interest between the two. It should be a corporate governance factor. If you hide your icon of customer grievances in your website about a service, my dear friends, to clear all the backlog of your ombudsman complaints of the banks. So uh, now, what are the recent RBI guidelines on customer centricity? This I have already talked about is the mis-selling, penal charges in the customer centricity program, customer centricity activity. So we must take cognizance for that. That means we can very well imagine if you miss any point in customer centricity, it may be very costly for the bank. Or the RBI has brought out two-factor authentication from 1st April 2026. At least one authentication factor must be, and it will be sudden and different for different customers for different transactions. So this is what makes the digital platform more safe, and the amount will be 25,000. RBI would not have come up with this. So we should be customer centric. Should be able to chant the customer charter. Right to transparency. If I can tell, then I am fine with that. Cross selling in making policies. काफी फर्क है. But balance gone down. Branch level customer service committee, regional zonal level, MD levels, taken by the regulator, is applauded by the global, and it is one of the best practices that we are following, like aggressive disclosures. That is to get deeper into the customer connect that we are having, hyper personalization, frictionless service. So time is up, but I will take 5 minutes more, Arvindji. With all due respect, I am telling it is not that it is there in every branch, but how you do that work-life balance you are ensuring. Because if they are not that, your customer centric policies will be good, but customer service will be very poor. That stationery is properly used, the print quality is good. Somebody in the beginning, in the morning, should test the passbook printer, check deposit machine, because these are the interactive devices for the customer. So put a customer service feedback book, customer linkage with the organization. Now I have customers, but 30% of them are like study regulatory observations, RBIA customer service audit, prompt. We don't pay the attention towards customer service to the extent that it deserves to receive. So that is and same is the case with customer-centric policies also at the corporate level. We must sit down.
We learned that customer centricity is not merely customer service, it is a culture, a strategy, and the very backbone of how banks design products, processes, and delivery systems. We understood how and customer feedback actually actively welcomed for his observations, and perhaps if Mr. Kalia can also come over and give his thoughts.
So, Mr. Dr. K.S. Rao has gone one step beyond this. Earlier, we thought the buyer should be aware. Some are a capital market product. Probably the banking product, there is no such incentive to sell the banking product. The execution is not actually commensurate with the requirement of customer centricity. From their student age to the retirement, you will take care. Anyway, part of it is coming back to you as a high cost fund.
Thank you, Dr. Bhoi. And now I'll request Shri S. C. Kalia for his observations and his thoughts.
Right. And customer centricity, in my understanding, means when he's used to tell us is the most important visitor and all. And one of the best of part of that statement was that you are not doing a favor. That transition has to be from customer centricity to stakeholder centricity. All other stakeholders, including for government of India when it comes to public sector banks and all everyone else, they came out with charter of customers' rights. Third is right to suitability. When he's talking about mis-selling, what is he talking? He is addressing that particular right that has been mentioned. These rights have to be always in our scheme of things whenever we do anything. Let me tell you, friends, things are moving. And customer preferences, customer expectation from the banks are moving very, very fast. Place your institution differently. 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. banking, which was unheard of. 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. banking, which was unheard. Dr. Rao was a part of that process. He will relate with what. These are the kind of concepts which would establish you, yes, you are caring about. The whole idea was that we should open branch at 11 a.m., whether it is RBI ombudsman.
Village, sir, to listen to you.
Thank you, sir. Being earlier.
You can unmute yourself or you can use the menu option raise hand to indicate to me that you want to ask a question. Because my CIBIL report has been accessed. Although I think I am very tech savvy, but I couldn't find our public sector wings. And before I conclude today's session, I want to extend my sincere gratitude again to Dr. K.S. Rao, a unique platform for your professional growth and networking with senior bank executives from across the industry. So some of them, they are here today,